Today I'm going to show you how you can make your audio go from sounding like this to sounding like this. I've never done that snap thing before in a YouTube video. I feel so fancy. So the first thing you'll need is a tripod boom pole. The cheapest one I would recommend, and the one I use for all my videos, is this bad boy from OnStage. I'll have all of the parts I use linked in the description down below. It'll cost you $30 on Amazon. It's one of the most popular options, and I've been using mine for about a year with no issues. This is what our finished product will look like. We have a boom pole that is connected to a shotgun microphone, recording straight into your camera or smartphone via an aux extension cable. But there is one more piece that we need. In order to mount your microphone onto your boom pole, you will need to use an adapter. This thing turns the 5/8 inch mount of your boom pole into either a 1/4 or 3/8 inch thread, depending on whichever your microphone uses. The product I linked down in the description has one of each size. I've got the 1/4 inch here and the 3/8 on the boom pole right now, but if you Google name of microphone thread size, you can see which specific one you need, and you can save a couple bucks by just buying one of them. However, if you plan on doing more film work down the road, you will eventually need both adapters, so I recommend just buying them now. Next, you'll need a microphone. The $50 price tag assumes you already have one, but if you do not, I'll link to a couple affordable options down in the description below. Finally, you'll need an aux extension cable to connect your microphone to your camera or smartphone. There are two different kinds of aux cables, TRS and TRRS. TRS has 2 lines and connects to DSLRs and other professional cameras, while TRRS cables have 3 lines and connect to smartphones. I'll link one of each type in the description. Let's go over how to set up a normal talking headshot like this one with the boom pole just out of frame. Step 1, set up your boom pole. Most boom poles have 3 different knobs, one to control the height of the arm, one to control the length of the arm, and one to control the angle. Next, you'll want to connect your adapter. It just spins onto the end of the boom arm, pretty simple. Next, you'll want to connect your microphone. Remember, different microphones have different thread sizes, so use the adapter that fits. Finally, run your aux extension cable from your microphone down the boom pole. The pole I'm using in this example and most boom poles have clips that help keep your cable out of the frame. Next, you're going to want to use your TRS or TRRS cable to plug into your camera or smartphone. Remember that TRS is for cameras and TRRS is for smartphones. If that confuses you, just check out the description. Once you've got your boom pole set up and your mic plugged in, step 1, remember to turn your microphone on. Once you've done that, you're going to want to position your microphone directly above your head with it pointing towards your mouth. This bit is all about troubleshooting whatever works in your space, but here's some general advice. You want your microphone as close to your mouth as possible without actually being in your frame. That's usually 6 inches away. So if we look at my example right now, I have my mic slightly off center, but if you make this shape with your hand, it's about 6 inches away from my mouth. I also have the boom pole slightly in front of me, with the microphone angled towards my mouth. So you don't want the boom pole directly above your head, you want it slightly in front of you, pointing towards your mouth. Obviously, point towards your mouth because that's where the sound comes from. Finally, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of basic EQ inside of Premiere Pro. So if you use Premiere Pro and you'd like to know how to make your voice sound better using basic audio editing, let's jump in. Pro tip, you can also use your boom pole to double for shots like this, so you can get stuff while you're at your desk if you are a streamer or something like that. Okie dokie, so I've got this video that you just watched inside of Premiere Pro, and I'm gonna take this track right here. So what you're going to want to do to mess with your audio is you're gonna wanna go to Audio Track Mixer. If you don't see this, you can go up to Window, and then you'll see Audio Track Mixer, click on your sequence. This is what it'll probably look like. If you hit this little caret right here, this brings up your effects rack for your different channels. So if you see how this says A1 right here, A1 matches up to your channel right here, or your track right here. So this tracks everything. So if you make a change to this, it'll affect everything that is in this track for the entire timeline. That's super useful if you have your voice on one microphone for an entire video. Basic audio editing stuff, de-esser takes out the really harsh consonants like the s, f, those kind of sounds. To find that, you would go to Amplitude and Compression de-esser. If we're talking about super basic audio editing, let's take a look at this single banded compression. So if you click down, go to Amplitude and Compression, single band compressor, it'll pop this into your effects rack. You can double click on it to pop up this little menu. If you pick one of these presets from the menu, it'll change the settings of your voice to make it sound generally better, right? So this is a super easy way to start with audio editing without having to understand any of the technical specifics, and just use one of these to make your voice sound better. Then over time, you can start to go through these settings here and adjust them slightly, see what you like, see what works, and in that way, just start to learn audio editing pretty naturally and easily. And there you go, this video taught you how to set up an overhead boom pole for 50 bucks and some basic audio editing. If you have any questions about anything in the video, if it was confusing at all, feel free to let me know down in the comments. I read every comment and I will get back to you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, consider subscribing. Check out my other videos. I make stuff, it's fun. All right, bye. Thank you.